Hello again. Now we will demonstrate the last of our security checks, which is called the whole track security check. This long sec check or security check consists of hundreds of questions and takes stock of the subject's or pre-clear's entire time track, including their quote-unquote recollections of any past lives they believe they have had. And it literally is hundreds of questions. We will demonstrate a few of these. Okay, this is the security check. Have you ever enslaved a population? Have you ever sunk or otherwise destroyed a non-combatant vessel? Have you ever ordered or yourself committed genocide? Have you ever annihilated a population? Have you ever raped a child of either sex? Have you ever deprived people of hope? Have you ever destroyed a culture? Have you ever stolen a body from another being? Have you ever blanketed bodies for the sensation kick? Have you ever practiced terrorism? Have you ever been a coward? Do you deserve to be punished into eternity for something you've done? If so, what is it? Have you ever bred bodies for degrading purposes? Have you ever deliberately tortured somebody? Have you ever enslaved another being? Have you driven anyone insane? Have you ever been a pervert? Have you ever traded in others' bodies for profit or power? Have you ever practiced human sacrifice? Have you ever killed the wrong person? Is anybody looking for you? Did you come to Earth for evil purposes? Have you ever made a planet or nation radioactive? Have you ever been a traitor? Have you ever maimed and crippled other people's bodies? Have you ever caused the planet to disappear? Have you ever made a practice of confusing people? Have you consistently practiced sex in some unnatural fashion? What question should be on this check for others? Have you ever torn out someone's tongue? Have you ever blinded anyone? Have you ever punished another by cutting off some part of his body? Have you ever deliberately mutilated bodies? Have you ever maltreated a pregnant woman or pregnant animal? Have you ever tried to persuade others there were thoughts they mustn't think? Have you ever smothered a baby? Have you ever had sexual relations with an animal or bird? Have you ever given anyone the 3rd degree? Have you ever castrated anyone? Have you ever robbed a dead body? Have you ever made love to a dead body? Is there any question on this check I had better not ask you again? Have you ever shot or stabbed someone in the back? Have you ever been disloyal? Have you ever consistently made a practice of furnishing useless data? Have you ever been a pimp? Have you ever been a corrupt priest? Have you ever deliberately caused a sane person to be committed to a mental institution? Have you ever boiled somebody's living body in oil?
Excuse me. Comic relief for a moment. Okay. Alright. I'm ready to go.
I'll repeat the question. Have you ever boiled somebody's living body in oil? Have you ever eaten a human body? Have you ever disfigured a beautiful thing? Have you ever flayed anyone alive? Have you ever been an abortionist? Have you committed rape? What should others be warned about concerning you? Have you ever interrogated another under torture? Have you ever acted as a double agent? Have you ever been a religious fanatic? Have you ever made yourself out to be stronger than you in fact were? Have you ever failed to rescue your leader? That's it. And there are many more questions to this security check. And in Scientology, this security check is taken with absolute seriousness, unlike with my friend here. It's taken very seriously. I remember at one point I saw a person locked in a closet for 3 days and 3 nights with crackers and water to write his overts and withholds for all of his past lives. And he was made to stay in the closet until the ethics officer was satisfied with his list of overts and withholds, things he'd done to others or not told anyone about for all of his past lives. This stuff in Scientology is taken with absolute seriousness.
Yeah, absolutely. I back in the day, they used to lock people in chain lockers or throw us over the side of the ship, or, I mean, there was a lot of abuse based on nothing more than this stupid activity right here. So, there's a lot of punishment and a lot of abuse based on this, and you know, this is all delusional. I mean, through Scientology auditing, people can have delusions of having lived before. And so they have delusions of committing a crime in a delusional state of memory, and they're punished for it. I mean, it's absolute insanity, and it has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with mind control. And so when Scientology claims itself to be a religion, this is nonsense. It's controlling the human mind, and it's punishing an individual, and it's intimidation, and that's all it is. That's my opinion. But,
Understood. That's it.